My name's Chris Schultz, and I moved to New Orleans in 2001 from Los Angeles. We started LaunchPad about 18 months ago, so it was in the midst of sort of the entrepreneurial and kind of tech revival after Katrina. There was an organization, kind of a meetup group where a bunch of people started to get together and developed a lot of energy, and my partners and I decided to launch a place where everybody could work together. So this organization was called Net Squared. One of Tara Hunt's phrases about coworking is like having a bar camp every day. This was for us like having Net Squared every day, just like all of these people who are out there have become friends and now get to work in an environment together, sort of a creative, open, very collaborative environment. So that's what we opened up here at LaunchPad in June of 2009. I think the common thread is that everybody is sort of a creative knowledge worker looking for a sense of community. What we found was that a lot of people that are like many of us who kind of work on a laptop every day and have the flexibility to work from anywhere became isolated. I was working at home. There's a lot of people that work at home. There's people who work in Starbucks and coffee shops, but people didn't have that sense of community that you have in a workplace. And there really wasn't there was a big gap between the ability to work at home and in a coffee shop and an office space, which is a 5-year commercial lease. You have to lease a lot of space, and it's pretty intimidating for a lot of people. So we created a space where you could come in, grab a desk. All of our memberships are month to month, so it's very flexible for people to get in here. And what keeps people here is the sense of community and the collaboration that happens between professionals working here. LaunchPad obviously is part of the co-working movement that is happening in a lot of different cities, but there are unique aspects to what we're doing here that I think make it particularly New Orleanian. Coming from LA, I basically have measured my life in half the time I was here pre-Katrina and half the time I've been here post-Katrina. And New Orleans is a very different place in a lot of different ways, and there's many people that can address that in a much better way than I can. But from this particular area, the business community has become much more open and embracing of transplants and people moving in, and I think we've welcomed people with great ideas that are coming in, and sort of these intellectual intellectual nomads, or digital nomads people call them, that kind of move around and do different things. And when I first got here, it was very difficult to kind of break into the traditional business community in New Orleans, and that all changed after Katrina. So New Orleans has become a very warm and welcoming business environment, and we like to consider LaunchPad kind of the gateway to New Orleans. So a lot of people that are either moving here or even just coming through town, like Mike today, will set up shop here for the week, and we love that. There is a real sense of community in the startup scene down here, I think kind of fostered by what we all went through together, and the fact that we realized, hey, we're all entrepreneurs, we're all in this together. Lifting ourselves up by our bootstraps post-Katrina has made everybody realize how dependent we are on each other, and that a rising tide will lift all boats, so we want to kind of succeed together.